Hello, I'm Richard Vobes, the Bald Explorer, out on another walk, still with a croaky voice. This is the second of our walks. I'm with Matthew Holdsworth and we're going up Leith Hill. But before we are up Leith Hill, we're going up the tower at Leith Hill.
Yes.
Hello, Matthew.
Hi, Richard.
Glad if you waited here until the second video.
Yeah, I know. I was going to rush back, but
24 hours passed ever so quickly.
It does, doesn't it? But then I realised you had the car, so I had to stay.
So there you go. Anyway, you don't look worse for wear. We are going up the tower. We should just say, if you've come to this video first, this is the second in a couple of videos that we're doing, following the Greensand Way.
Yes.
Which the Greensand Way we have established starts in Haslemere.
Haslemere ends in Ham Street in Kent.
In Kent. So it's a huge, I don't know actually how many miles.
I think it's 120 something.
Is it?
It's a long old way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we didn't bring any sandwiches, so we're not going to do that all today.
No, we'll do half of it.
But what we are going to do today, before the sun completely disappears, is climb up the tower built by Richard Hull.
Yes.
And apparently from the top you should be able to see 41 churches in London.
Yeah, but I'm not sure.
I think many of those churches are no longer here.
Yeah, we might see 41 skyscrapers.
Yeah. Well, if we see the Shard,
then that's good.
That'll be a start. So let's clamber up. We've got to buy a ticket. I've given you my money.
Yep.
You don't apparently need money because you are a member of the
National Trust.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who operates the?
They own all the land here and they operate the tower.
Right.
Yep.
Well, that's fantastic. So let's make our way round to the kiosk, which is just on the side.
Just here?
Just here. I'll let you do the negotiation.
No problem. Hi there, can I get a couple of tickets for the tower, please? I've got a National Trust card for one, and one not National Trust. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And it may be possible to get a cup of tea or coffee when we come down.
Yes,
I think so.
You can take it up if you like. There's a room up there.
Oh, is there?
Sit in and look out at the view.
Yeah.
Should we do it when we come down?
We'll do it when we come down. We'll have more hands then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Cheers, thank you.
I'm going to let you lead the way.
Yeah, if I go first.
Just in case something happens. Do you actually have a ticket in your hand to show anybody?
I wish I did, but no. But I've got my National Trust card, so it'll just be you that's thrown out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So here we go. So you can see it's a narrow staircase. This is brick built, and I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe these spiral staircases are called Newell staircases.
I think you're right on that one.
Just looking out the window to see if I can see any of those churches, but clearly I can't. Oh right, here's our first room.
We come up here first.
Oh wow. This is lovely.
So this gives us some of the history. And we've got Richard Hull was buried under the tower.
Oh, he was buried under that. We had a little debate about whether he might have been.
Yes. And that's an interesting stat.
Standing at the top of the tower, you are higher than London's famous Shard. Gosh, do you know, I feel the rarefied air.
Yes, well I certainly do. I'm out of breath now.
It's a lovely room with a nice but simple display.
Yes.
So that you can take it in, like some of these old pictures here. Look at that. You really get a sense of the height from there, whereas actually when you're on the top you don't.
It doesn't feel that tall. I think the trees soften it.
Yeah, definitely. That's a good way of putting it, soften it. Here is another one. Standing in this room, your feet are at the height 1,000 feet above the sea. And my feet are not getting wet at all.
No, not at all. Oh.
Lots of timelines as well on the walls.
Yes, so you've got all the different bits of the information that you, of the various eras and who it was owned by. It's been owned by the National Trust since 1923.
And in that time, clearly a lot has happened. We've got 1944 with the various aeroplanes going over. You've got the 1970s. I'm just reading out the blooming side. So there, yeah.
And actually, just below us here, it says in 1905, parts of 13 counties could be seen from the top of the tower.
Oh,
so
right.
Wiltshire, Berkshire, all that way, Essex, Kent, both Sussexes, Dorset and Hampshire.
So, let me get that right. It says in 1905 parts of them.
Yes.
Is that because they've moved? Or
well, I don't think they've moved
boundaries
really,
have
but
changed?
I think it could be the trees. I think the trees will stop quite a lot of that. You'll still see an awful lot of there, but I wouldn't be certain going, oh, that's definitely Essex.
Have a look out the window.
You can obviously see
Scotland.
Sussex.
Oh no, not Scotland. Sussex.
You're looking
yeah.
the wrong way. Yeah.
I think we should go up a bit higher, yeah, definitely. So we go back down out of this and back into the staircase, which, as we indicated, was on the side. There's a little sub-annex down there.
We can go down here.
This is the family, then, of the house,
I would
presumably.
have thought so. Yes.
Yeah.
It's a Victorian Edwardian time.
Oh, interesting.
Those hats are very heavy.
They do, don't they?
Yes.
And they probably blew off quite a few times.
I'd have thought so. Although they're probably quite weighty. Maybe they just held on.
Oh yeah, there we are. I'm sure the ladies are held on with special pins.
Oh,
well, maybe the blokes. It's just that I can't do that because it becomes acupuncture.
That's true.
Right.
Only one other turn, or maybe 2 turns up.
Back through here. This is great. This is like the old real exploring business. Lighter this time.
Yes. Well, at least the weather's light enough.
As we come back up to the top.
Sorry, I forget you've got no hands free.
No hands free. Slowly coming up.
Here we go.
Oh, there's the door. Bit of blue sky, which is encouraging. Lots of graffiti actually. Just before we go, on these bricks, quite amazing the plethora of graffiti that's been carved in.
Yes.
From all times. Just quite staggering. Right. Let's go through.
Just make sure you duck your head down a bit.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not very tall.
I don't have a hard hat. And here we are
Here we are.
on the tower. A bit windy, but not too breezy.
Not too bad. I've been up here in worse.
Yes.
And we've got some indicators here of where things are. So,
Oh, sorry.
Gatwick is that sort of lighter area over there.
Oh, yes.
That's Gatwick Airport.
It's amazing how
And,
they managed to light it up.
And there's a plane actually coming into landing now on its final approach.
Gosh.
Going straight on there. And then if you look further down here, so we've got Horshram's only 8 miles
That way.
You've also got now
Sisbury, Chantonbury, sort of
Chantonbury
due
Ring,
south
19
of us.
Actually, I think straight down there is a
Yes.
little lump on top of the South Downs. So that's
Just-
the South Downs
Just
there.
about see it, yeah. So this way that I'm looking now is clearly west.
Yes. And so it's sort of saying you've got we've got Duncton Beacon down that way, Blackdown. That could well be Blackdown in the distance, actually.
Oh yes, that's recognisable with Blackdown.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yes. And then you see, I think some of the other things that you would have been able to see in 1905 that you can't now is because this bank of trees.
Oh yes, these pine trees
So
have grown
it's
up.
showing
of
us all about
course.
sort of Holmbury and Godalming and things like
Hog's
that in
Back.
Guildford, but none of that you can see because of the trees.
If we just take a step backwards, we'll see the top of that staircase tower, which looks rather nice, and then sweep round here, and you have a telescope which you can shove your money in,
Yes.
and presumably through that you'd see
Well, I
the
can
Shard
see,
and the city.
in the distance, you can see the skyscrapers. I can see the Shard actually.
Good heavens.
There is a load of skyscrapers, and then there's a tall, pointy one to the right of it. You probably won't get it on the camera.
On the GoPro. I'll
the
get my
GoPro.
long lens out in a second
Yeah.
and have a look.
So it's saying here, so Crystal Palace is that way, Sutton's this way, and then Windsor and things like that that you would see on a clear day. Again, if the trees were.
Yes, the trees have marred the views in
Yeah.
some respects. So what they need to do clearly is to go up a little bit more.
Yes, I think just put a couple of extra
Yeah.
floors on top. That'll
Except
be
though
fine.
that modern architects doing that would just ruin it.
I think they probably would.
Yeah, but it's absolutely fantastic.
Mm.
Thoroughly enjoying it. But thank you for bringing up to this very breezy tower on
problem
Leith
at
Hill.
all.
We've got more investigations to do in this area and of course on the Greensand Way.
There'll be more of those to come.
Yes.
Definitely. Yes.
But I think we should get out of the wind now.
I think that's probably a good idea.
So join us again on another video and we'll see you then.
Lovely.
Are you abseiling down?
I might take the stairs.
Yes.
If that's all right.
You take them.
Thank you very
I'll
much.
jump. I'll do a running jump.
You do a running jump.
Yes.